Yeah, I mean, we all know Joe's just an incredibly talented actor, but he's also just one of my favorite guys in the world, and we just stayed really tight friends since then. I've just been dying for a chance to work with him again. And so I wrote this script with him in mind. I really wrote it around him. And
that's the first time that's ever happened to me, that a writer wrote something for me to play. And that was a real honor, and it meant a lot to me.
And we had just an amazing. It was incredible what you guys got to see a little bit in the teaser trailer. How Joe really became Bruce, or he didn't become Bruce. He created a character who you could imagine could be a younger Bruce. And between the makeup and the performance, it was just amazing to see a friend of yours transform themselves that much and do the kind of this high wire act of performing. It was really cool to get to watch.
That's great. And then tell us a little bit about the shoot. Did you guys shoot in New Orleans, or?
We're in New Orleans, and then we were in China for 2 weeks.
Those aren't near each other.
No, I can't get there by train. Yeah, it was mostly in New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah. And then you said that this is a story that you had at least the core of in your mind for a good long time. Did you find that it changed a lot? Was it pretty slippery, or was it really just sort of filling in the mortar between the bricks you already had?
It was pretty solid. I mean, because it's a time travel movie, it's a really tricky thing writing a time travel. I don't know how many people in the audience are probably writers who have tried their hand at time travel writing. It's really figuring out how to deal with time travel. It's kind of like the Iron Chef ingredient that trips everybody up. And you must cook with sod. It's like the thing that how do you incorporate it in without it taking over the movie to such a degree that you have to sit there for half an hour and explain the intricacies of what you're doing.
Sure.
So no, the big challenge was just kind of figuring out how to deal with it.
Yeah. And Joseph, I mean, this is such an amazing time for you. Congratulations, man. There's so many great things in a row that are really impressive. The last time I saw you, I think, was on the set of that movie that we cannot mention. Because Chris Nolan might show up. What's, for you right now, I'm curious, what do you consider the biggest challenge you have right now, and what do you see as your biggest opportunity these days?
I'm just grateful, man. I've been working as an actor for 25 years now. I started when I was 6, and I just turned 31.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
And it's been a gradual progression, and it's gotten to the point now where I'm getting to work on movies that I love, that I would go see anyway. And the most important thing is getting to work with people that I love.
Yeah.
Both personally and I love their work. I mean, I loved The Brothers Bloom, which I wasn't in as much as I loved Brick, which I was in, and getting to work with guys like Ryan or like Chris, or I finished the year working for Steven Spielberg, and those 3 directors actually have quite a lot in common. And I think when all is said and done, they will talk about him in very much the same way that they do talk about Chris and Steve.
Same. And then, Brian, good luck with that.
Well, no, they have a lot in common in that Chris and Steven and Ryan all do it for the same reason, because they fucking love movies.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately uncommon in our movie industry. Most people do it with money at the finish line. They do it with money on the mind, and any given decision that they make is, well, how can we maximize the box office here? And it doesn't always lead to the best movies. In fact, it rarely does. And so like Chris always says, I just want to make a movie that I would want to go see. And I think Steven too. I worked on this movie Lincoln. He was so excited every day. I mean, it was like watching a kid. He really has a child spirit. There's a reason why kids in Spielberg movies are always feel so real, and he captures that essence so well. He feels like that. He really feels like a guy having fun playing,
sure,
making movies. And the set of Looper was actually very similar. And Ryan does it for all those same reasons, for the love of making movies. And me, I do it for that reason too, because I I made my money on a sitcom. You know, so I don't have to. I'm lucky enough. I don't have to support myself because I'm still cashing the Third Rock checks. So I'm lucky enough that I get to choose jobs because I love doing them.
Yeah.
And it's fortunate to get to work with filmmakers who feel the same way.
So we're going to take